real-time winner, you should be in it too. Consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We got as much content as we possibly can. Always straight to the limit. Most productive and the best independent network broadcast to help you use your next one. And then let's have MetaHuman creator. Workflow. Let's get it.
You create the narrative.
I am MetaHuman.
Okay, we're just going to wait for MetaHuman Creator to load from the browser. So once the application is running, we'll get started here. Okay, so this is going to be real quick. So once you get in the program, for me, it's going to come up as my MetaHumans. It's going to give me a repository of the characters I've already worked on. What you want to start over, and where we want to start now, is over in Create MetaHuman. So these are templates. These are all the templates that are available to you to use to start off your human creation. So it's a pretty good cross-section of human types and human beings as far as bone structure, skull structure, and different types of features. Okay, so we're going to start out with Nazim here, and he's going to be what we work on for this particular session. Okay, so this is real quick, and I kind of like 85% of what I want, like almost 80% of what I want to use for him as a human is already there, so we won't have to do too much. Okay, but so we're going to go ahead and pick Nazim, and the very first thing I'm going to see in here is playback. So I'm going to get a kind of a full range of motion, facial structure motion from him at this point. Okay, and it's going to run. This is a playable, streamable playback movie, which is just going to keep running until you stop it. So right now it's just going to keep repeating and looping itself until you actually cut the process. Okay, but it gives you a really great opportunity to see it under the studio lighting here. Okay, if you look at the bottom of the screen here, we're gonna highlight a couple things here, and this will kind of show, you know, like the interface and stuff like that. Okay, so we're going to get started blending our character. Okay, so what the blend is going to do is all through the control points, which are designate different features of its face, you can mix and match and blend from other human templates. So I'm going to add some templates just off the top right here. We're going to add a couple of templates, and we'll show you how to blend. So you have to do a minimum of 3, but you can do as many as 7, 8, 9, 10. You can just keep going to your heart's content. But as you can see right here, as I pull the selection from one human type to another human type, the facial features change. So this is going to be your first way of actually changing a human. Yeah, once you've done that, then you're going to move on to skin. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some alterations in the skin, maybe on the dermis and the subdermis. So I'm going to give him a little bit deeper tone in his skin tone. Okay, kind of signify that he's kind of been outside, Middle Eastern to Eastern European man. He's got a little bit more of the sun weathering down on his face and stuff. So we're going to change that just a pinch. Okay. But now, really important, what you want to do is up top, you'll see there your different environments where you can change the different environments that you're using. So what I did is I changed the HDRI map to more of an indoor map. And now I'm going to change it to an outdoor map. Okay. This is really important because like I just changed my skin there. And as you can see, he renders totally different under different HDRI maps. Okay, so this is an outdoor, probably a 6500 to 7000K HDRI map. Skin renders totally different. Niham, kin folks. It's that guy, JEM, and I just want to take a moment and congratulate our April prize winner, Thelonious Calvinist Jr. Thelonious has won over 700 gigs of VFX assets, including dust hits, bullet wounds, embers, smoke, fire, muzzle flashes, couch and wall hits, ground cracks, you name it, it's in the pack. He's got it. So once again, congrats to Thelonious on being our April prize winner. Like and subscribe, and be sure to hit that notification button, and be sure to check out every video on our channel so you can be informed on this month's prize giveaway. All right, so I'm gonna move over to the eyes. I like his eye color, but I'm gonna kind of work on the iris. I'll do a little work on the iris here, and this will kind of show you how you can do more of a free camera move. If you look over on the right, you've got your hotkeys and you've got a bunch of preset cameras. You can come out of those preset cameras and kind of freewheel around using your mouse button and your shift buttons and things like that. So it's kind of mimics Maya, some of the Maya controls and stuff as far as your ability, like how your mouse orbits you use your mouse to orbit your camera and stuff like that. So I'm doing a couple changes here to the iris. And in the sclera, I want to get some variation with that. So I want to increase, how many blood vessels is there, give him some bloodshot eyes. Now you won't be able to take this to extreme. There's no extremes here. So we're not going to, the program doesn't do grotesque. It doesn't do like super extreme. This is basically just ranges of human, what you have in the templates, and then also ranges of like what normal humans have. Okay, so there's not gonna, like I can't do red eyes here or give him a bloodshot eye. I can't do anything like that. Now, what you can do, if you look up there, you'll see it says eye both. You can actually perform operations on different eyes. So if I wanted to give the left eye a one eye color and the right eye a different eye color, or I wanted one eye to be more bloodshot, I could do that. Okay, so I can, individually work on different eyes, which is awesome. Okay, all right, we're gonna go back to the iris. Okay, I'm just previewing some iris looks here, giving some different eyes. Now, I do want to go back and make sure that I look at this up close in a different environment map. So I'm going to do that in a second. All right. So I'm going to actually take a look at it and make sure that my environment map is giving me what I want. Like I'm getting the look from his eyes close up, but I'm doing it on, like not with studio lighting. I'm going to do it with the indoor lighting and then the outdoor lighting. I don't know right now if there's plans where you can actually do your own environment maps, your own HDR maps. That would be awesome in the future if you could do that. That way you could kind of preview it under your, like what you plan to use as your set lighting. That would be great, As you can see, I switched over to indoor HDI, and you really can see the eyes here. And you can really see the skin tone and the face. It looks awesome, I'm loving this, okay? And I'm really loving his eyes. The project I want to use him with, there's going to be some close-ups of the eyes. So I really want to make sure that his eyes are really giving me what I want, okay? As you can see here, I'm going to preview a couple different eyes. And, yeah. I think you're really able to see some pain and some years on him here. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over real quick. I'm going to work on his teeth. Okay, I think that's where I want to go next. Okay, so yeah, so right now, perfect teeth. Okay, we don't want that, right? So we're gonna cycle through some of the templates, the other template that we have available as far as teeth, and we're gonna kind of like choose a setup for the teeth. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of coloring. Okay, as you can see there, he's an older gentleman, so I kind of want his teeth to have some more wear and tear, a little bit more yellowing. Work on the gums a little bit, and then we're going to add some plaque, okay, which is going to differentiate between, the actual teeth structure and then in between parts. I'm going to open the jaw, take a look at all of that. You got a reset button down below for all. So if you need to reset at any time, you want to start off from scratch, just hit the reset button. You're good to go, okay? But this is the workflow. So you work through what you see, the workflow on the left. You work down from there. That'll get your overall settings for your character. That'll let you set up your overall settings for your character, okay? And then once you go down below where you see blend, move, and sculpt, that's when you start to personalize and customize your character, okay? So we're not talking about ZBrush control here, but you're able to do some pretty good control stuff here, okay? Now, I'm over in the skin, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I'm kind of preview some other skin maps, okay? So these are deformation maps, wrinkle maps, I think cavity maps, but they're all a different set. It helps you to get to the age and the kind of look that you want on your character, okay? You can do contrast, you can do the roughness as far as adding oiliness to the skin or what have you, but it's all pretty limited, but it's available to you. You can get there and it gets you like 90% of where you want to go. Now you can also do freckles and you can do accents off of there too. So you want to take advantage of that. Okay, so I got my character here. I'm going to rotate him through. One of the things I can do is I can preview my lights by holding down Shift and cycling through my lighting. So that gives me a good opportunity to position my lights on top of being able to look at it in different environments. Now I can move those lights in any environment I'm in, okay? And then I can run a preview off of that. So I'm able to preview my lighting setup. And if you know what your lighting setup is going to be for your show, this is awesome because you can kind of see your character and how his skin's going to perform, hair, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to run a preview here. Okay, looking pretty good. Hey, this has been a quick tutorial, man, of MetaHuman Creator. If you want the full tutorial, it's available on my site. You'll see a link up above you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button, man, for some more goodness like this. In the future, we're going to do we got videos coming out about ACES, the ACES workflow, Fusion, VFX with rotoscoping, you name it. We got a bunch of that stuff. Once again, MetaHuman Creator, outstanding as you're looking at it right here. Loving everything about it, man. Looking out for some more coolness from Epic Games. This is JEM. I'll get with you later.